is a beautiful Saturday here in New York. I have a handful of like little tidbits I need to get done at home. I have some herbs I want to plant. I purchased little, I don't know what you call them, seedlings, sproutlings, little like sprouted herbs. They're already like started. So I have some terracotta pots and soil. I need to put those in. I need to make a grocery list. Tomorrow is Sunday and I want to go to the green market. So I'd like to look through some of my cookbooks and think of maybe like 2 or 3 recipes I would like to make early this week or tomorrow for dinner. I'd like to get out and go for a little walk if I can. I went for one earlier this morning, maybe like an hour and a half ago. I went to buy the potting soil, like the soil I need for the herbs. But I'd like to go again this afternoon. I think it's gonna be like 80 degrees, which is pretty warm. I'm not like a hot weather gal, but I think that will be nice. And then what else? I have some like crafty things I'd like to do or think about. While I'm sitting here, I thought I would open a few little packages I got, but I'm working on an embroidered sweater right now, and I think I'm gonna do a project vlog of it, but there were a few colors of embroidery floss that I was missing and needed, so I ordered them, so I thought we could open them together. I ordered these really pretty green tones. I am embroidering vegetables onto a sweater, and I think I'm gonna work on it a little bit today since these arrived this morning. But I got these, a bunch of different green tones, which I think will be great. It's a vegetable sweater, so lots of green in there. And then I've got some oranges and reds. So I want to embroider a carrot, and so I got a variety of oranges, I guess. Maybe there's 1 or 2. I think I see 2 that I would like to use for the carrot. I'm thinking probably this one for most of the carrot. And then if I want something a little darker, I'll add this top one. Okay, this next little batch here, I'd like to do either a beet or a radish. I'm not totally sure. I think these colors are a bit more beety than radishy. There's like some really pretty purples. I could even do an eggplant, which I was thinking about doing, but I don't think I will. And then this last little pack I got is from the brand UMC Stag. They're not DMC. And they are these, oh, this one's kind of fun. It's like multicolor, okay. They're just these different browns. I thought, you know, if I'm doing like roots of a carrot or like of a beet or a radish, I might want some browns. So these are the colors. Oopsie, not all of them, but that came in there. And this one, I don't know what I would ever use this one for, but this is kind of cool. It's like a tri-color. It's brown, yellow, and cream, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty cool. So now I have this huge thing of fistful of embroidery floss, and I'll put them aside. That'll be like my little Saturday evening activity once I've kind of completed all of my tasks and am winding down for the day. But I think I just want to have like a nice slow day. So I think I am actually going to go to my dining room table and we'll go and plant my little herbs right now. These are the herbs that I purchased. I have, it says on the front, basil right here, dill, green onion, lemon balm, mint, and Italian flat leaf parsley. And I purchased them from Etsy from a shop called Circa Cultivation. I need to find one more terracotta pot. I have 5 right now. I need a 6th. And I'm just going to write in tape, masking tape, like what the herb is, and I'll just put it on the front of the pot so I know now. Okay, I've got my 6 pots here. Made a little bit of a mess on the table, but that's okay. I will clean it up. So I've got my 6 pots, and then the next step, it says, is to wet the soil completely. So I'm gonna get my watering can. Okay, I'm not sure how wet it wants it to be, so it's moist. Okay, so, ooh, is it supposed to like grow like that? Like, what is going on? Am I supposed to be like patting it down? This one cannot handle anymore, so I'll leave it. Okay, now I think I've overwatered it. Oh goodness, okay, oh wait, no, maybe just that section. This one though has way too much water and I don't know what to do. I just lift it and dump some in its friends. Give you some water. And give you some water. And you some water. You're leaking. Okay. Great. Okay. So now I'm gonna write the names first before I plant the seeds. I think I may have done this watering all wrong, but we'll see in a little bit how it goes. Okay, so I'm going to write the names of the plants that I have now. So I have, just like lightly. Here they are. This is my mint, my lemon balm, my flat leaf Italian parsley, my green onion, my basil, and my dill. This was much messier than I had anticipated. I don't know why I didn't think it would be messy. Like, I'm using dirt. Of course it's gonna be messy. So Good morning. It is about 7 a.m., 7:30 in the morning. It's Sunday. I'm just sitting here with my coffee. I had a little yogurt. I was reading my book. I'm currently reading The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. This is my book club book. It's not my usual genre of books. I have not a lot to do today. I'm going to go to the Green Market. I think I mentioned that yesterday, that I wanted to peruse some cookbooks because I wanted to find a few recipes to make for myself this week with produce from the Green Market. So I am gonna do that now. So I have 4 cookbooks here, and I also have this handy little sheet. It is Pride from A to Z, from apples to zucchini. And this is something that I think the New York State Agricultural Department puts out. I'm sure other states have them as well. I can't imagine how long California's must be. I feel like everything is from California. But it is this wonderful little chart, and it just shows you when produce is harvested and when it's available. So the little orange line is when the produce is harvested, and the little green line is when produce is available. I think September, most produce is harvested in September. So I like to just take this list, have a little look over. September, I know most things are available, but I've got 4 cookbooks in front of me, and I am just going to flip through them and decide or see if there's any recipes that kind of speak to me. I'm going to quickly talk about, I think, the cookbooks, just so you know what they are. I love cookbooks. I think I have a bookshelf in my room that has most of my cookbooks. The cookbooks that I use most frequently, I keep in the kitchen. So anyways, I wanted to share this cookbook. It's Claudia Roden's Mediterranean. I purchased this in April or May, and it has been so fantastic. We actually did a cookbook club with some of our friends where everyone brought 1 or 2 dishes from the cookbook, and that was in June, on June 28th. And I made little menus, and one of the girls said she was going to take her menu and paste it into, or like tape it into the front of her copy. So I copied her, and I did that too. But it was so much fun, and all of the recipes were great. It was such a great way to try a wide variety of recipes from this cookbook. So now I can say I've had 10 recipes from this cookbook. There were only 2 that I couldn't eat, which is the Sicilian fish couscous. I don't eat seafood or meat, and so I also couldn't eat the spicy ground beef with eggplant. I actually made for dinner last night the vegetable bulgur pilaf. It has tomatoes, eggplants, and chickpeas in it. I had everything except for eggplant. So eggplant is in season according to my little chart here. So I've marked it down. If I see eggplant at the Green Market, at the farmer's market, I'm going to buy it. That's what I'm just doing from this one. My next cookbook is Big Heart Little Stove by Erin French. Bringing Home Meals and Moments from the Lost Kitchen. I think this cookbook is the woman who, there's a restaurant in Maine where you send a postcard, and that's how she decides if you're gonna get a reservation at the restaurant, I think. Okay, here we go. It says in here, I don't need to Google it. Look at that, I'm being resourceful. So every season, people send in postcards to the Lost Kitchen in Freedom, Maine, and which is her restaurant, and Erin French's restaurant. And I guess she selects who will get a reservation that season based on their postcards. And I think she gets thousands of postcards. So that's kind of fun. And I haven't cooked from this one yet. So I would like to make something from it. But I'm not 100% sure what I want to make from it. Oh, here's her restaurant, what I was talking about. So cute, so nice. Okay, this one interests me actually for this week. This is a toasted coriander and carrot soup, and I love like a coconut milk carrot soup. And this one looks like there's not coconut milk in it, but There's something on the top of it that I'm trying to figure out what it is. Okay, it's creme fraiche on top of this picture. But I love coriander and I love carrots. Carrots are, I think, my favorite vegetable. So I think I'm going to save this one. The last cookbook I pulled is, I think, my favorite cookbook. It's Taste and Technique by Naomi Pomeroy with Jamie Feldmar. Recipes to elevate your home cooking. Everything I've made from this has been incredible. A lot of the recipes feel fancy, or like things maybe you wouldn't have thought you could make at home, but you can, and they make them pretty approachable. I think this cookbook, everything I've made from it, has challenged me, but has not been challenging, if that makes sense. So anyways, I'm gonna flip through. I think I'm looking for something with greens, maybe, like a salad. I think there's a warm green recipe, like a sauteed greens, like kale recipe in this cookbook that if I can find it, I think that's what I want to make, because it's something that every time I have kale, I'm always like, oh, I should make it from that cookbook, and then I end up doing something else with the kale. So I think that is what I want to make. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Quick sauteed greens with garlic, lemon confit, and chili flakes. I think the lemon confit is what has intimidated me about this, but I think if I make the lemon confit this evening or tomorrow morning and let it chill for a little bit, then I can make the greens like another day. And I'm going to put my little bookmark. I'll cover faces. I use photos as bookmarks in cookbooks quite a lot. So that's a photo from my wedding that I love. So I think I have all of my recipes. I'm just going to make a little ingredient list. The market opens at, I think, 9 or 9:30. It is 8:15 now. I've been sitting here yapping about cookbooks and flipping through them for 45 minutes. So I'm just gonna go get ready, and I'll probably leave here in, it's been like a 10-minute, 15-minute walk away, so I'll probably leave here around like 8:50 to go to the market. Here is the veg that I got. I just got some kale, some chard, some carrots, and an eggplant. I really like this kind of eggplant where it's like striped. Is it like a Japanese eggplant? I don't know. Bed. I'm in my cozy clothes. It's like 4:15 in the evening. I did some laundry and caught up on a few house chores, and I'm working on some of my knitting projects. I have 2 that I'm working on right now that I think I've talked about one of them in another video, in I think like a knitting podcast that I did. And that is this project here. I haven't made too much progress on it since I last talked about it, because I'm having this issue that I'm having right now, which is that I am constantly eating like foods that, or like drinking something that will stain my fingers. And if I have it on my fingers and I touch this project, I'm very nervous that I'll stain it, because this is white. And I just don't want to stain it. So I will not be working on this one now, but this is my toffee sweater. It's the collar to my toffee sweater. So I mean, it'll be bigger, I think. I think I might be almost to the point where I can start doing like the body. I should probably measure soon. I haven't measured. I think it wants me to get to about 4.5 inches, and I'm just like eyeballing it, but I'm realizing I'm not the best with like eyeball measuring things. I don't really know measure visual measurements, I guess, if that makes sense. My estimations are always way off. But to me, this seems like it's about like 4.5 or so inches. So I'll measure that later, but not right now, because I'm not working on it right now. Right now, or after I eat my Nutella toast, I am going to continue working on my honey scarf. And this is a project I haven't shared on here yet. It's this little, I don't know if you can see it, scarf. It's got these cables kind of going through it. And this is my first cabled project and my first charted project. And I am doing a project vlog of this, so I won't talk too much about it, but it is like going pretty quickly. I would say from the little blue stitch marker to where I am now, it's been flying because I'm starting to get an understanding of the rhythm. So I want to keep working on this and finish this ASAP while I have like the rhythm still in my mind. So I'm going to eat my Nutella toast, watch some YouTube, and knit. I think I am going to sign off of this vlog here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.